3 times Jesus said he would rise again on the 3rd day. So wouldn't you think that it'd be good for the narrative and spreading it out to everybody in the world that you would actually have eyewitness testimony in the document saying that they saw Jesus risen? Yeah, we saw him die, and we saw him alive 3 days later. But it wouldn't be there if verse 8 was the end. On the other side, if 9 through 20 were part of the original, it's odd for how verse 9 says the following. Now when Jesus was risen early in the 1st day of the week, he appeared first to Mary Magdalene, out of whom he had cast 7 devils. The oddity here is the flow of the narrative. Mark would essentially be restarting the Sunday resurrection story. None of the other Gospels do it this way, and internally Mark does it himself. Mark does not do it himself in any of the other stories prior to this. He's always sequential. It's just this, 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 this. He never goes this and then reverts back to the same story and starts again with it. So when you get to that topic or those verses, maybe Travis, Steve, or whoever, maybe can unpack that a little bit more and just see where it leads you. Moving back to the first part of verse 49 is that it says, "For everyone shall be salted with fire." As said earlier, this clause gives commentators some difficulty because who is Jesus speaking about here is in question. Is it unbelievers? Is it believers? Or is it both? When confronting such an interpretation issue, always, always, always start with the immediate text, which in this case is still the same context where Jesus was warning against offenses, i.e. sinning, and how it's better to pluck out your eye, cut off your hand or leg, than to go into hellfire. So into the fire that shall never be quenched, where the worm never dies, is what Jesus was referring to here from Isaiah. Recall last week that Paul noted that Jesus was quoting Isaiah's very last verse in his book. In this, it's quite easy to determine that who is Jesus referring to here? Unbelievers. Adding to this eschatological scene, this is speaking about the end times in Isaiah,